so awkward. Okay, I don't know why I'm so silly today, but let me just get on track. Hey, what's up you guys? Welcome back to my channel. So today I decided to do a video on my top 10 healthy hair growth tips and hacks. I just basically chose like the top 10 things I felt like made my hair, and I actually have like a little notebook right here because I wanted to write down my top 10 healthy hair growth tips in order for you guys. And honestly, I have about a million tips I could give you guys on healthy hair tips and hacks and all of that stuff that I've learned along the way of my healthy hair journey. But I just narrowed it down to my top 10, like the 10 things that just stood out the most to me when I thought about what I did while I was trying to transition my hair from damaged to extremely healthy and long. And my hair used to be extremely damaged, you guys. Like 5-6 years ago, my hair was fried from heat damage, from color, all of that stuff. But I decided to get on the healthy hair journey track and get my hair back to its normal self, and the only way to do that was with these top 10 tips, so stay tuned. So tip number 1 is no heat. You guys, I can't stress it enough. It's okay to flat iron your hair. You know, you want to switch your look up. Like when I see girls with already damaged hair flat iron their hair some more, it literally makes me cringe because I mean, I used to be that girl. I just be thinking like, sis, your hair could be so thick, long, and healthy if you just stop using heat. Honestly, your best bet is to just throw out all your flat irons, all your curling wands, all your hot combs. And I know it sucks because I mean all of that stuff is extremely expensive. I still own a flat iron and mine is $200, so I know how expensive heat tools can be. Unless you just have really good strong willpower, I would just throw it out. That's what I did when I started my healthy hair journey. I literally threw out all of my heat tools. I'm not going to use them no more, so what's the point of having them in my face? This was years ago, but I threw them all out, and I thank myself now for it because now my hair is super healthy and extremely long. Like it's actually short right now because I bring it to the front, but when I bring it to the back, my hair is like 10 times more longer. This is literally past the middle of my back, you guys, and I didn't even know my hair could get that long. So what I always tell people is keep in mind your hair is already dead. That's why when you cut it, you can't feel it. You flat iron your hair, you're literally cooking it. You're frying your hair. I'm telling you, once you cut out heat, you would thank yourself so much. And I know some hair textures can actually handle more heat than other hair textures, but heat is just bad overall. No matter what you do, it's gonna damage your hair. I can use heat one time and I'll see damage right away. Like once I try to revert back to my curls and I wash it, I notice my curls aren't as tight and shiny and you know, just that healthy feeling. It just doesn't feel like that after I straighten it. It starts to feel dry and stringy. Then I have to deep condition my hair repeatedly weeks after until I feel like it's back to its normal self, which is not always the matter because once your hair is damaged, there is no reversing it. If you guys have any damage, you want to get rid of it because you can't reverse any damage. If you have heat damage, just chop it off because all it's going to do is continue to damage the rest of your hair. And this is what leads me into my next point. So tip number 2, cut off damage, cut your ends, or do a big chop. So I know a lot of people hate this part of a healthy hair journey. So honestly, you guys, cutting my hair was actually the hardest part of my healthy hair journey. I did not want to get rid of my length, but always keep in mind that healthy hair is more important than length, you guys, because I've seen people with hair that's down their backs, but it's completely damaged. Like their hair could be super curly and thick and full, but it's so thin and dried out. It has no curl pattern at all, you know, but it's so long, but they're just saving it. And just because your hair is long does not mean that it's healthy. You can have extremely long hair that's completely damaged from the roots to the ends. You always want to make sure to cut your ends because a split end will just damage the rest of your hair. What happens is you'll have a split at the end of your hair and it's going to basically travel up the hair shaft, eventually splitting the whole hair strand. And that's going to happen to all the thousands or millions of hairs that's on your head. How often you cut your ends is based on how damaged your hair is, how fast your hair grows, how quickly your ends split. It kind of varies from person to person. Me personally, I like to cut my ends 2 to 3 times a year, but throughout the year, just randomly, whenever I'm combing my hair and I just notice something not right, like my ends are looking a little frisky, I'll take some scissors and I'll just randomly go out throughout my head and start cutting my own ends. It's not like a thorough trimming, but you know, I just like sporadically cut throughout my hair if I see any ends that are looking a little straggly. And that way you're just keeping up with the health of your hair, you know? And another topic that actually goes with cutting off damage is the whole big chop situation. I know a lot of people don't like to big chop. It's basically when you just cut off all your hair and start over. I didn't go completely bald, you guys, but I cut off a significant amount of my hair, and I did it myself. One day I was just at home after weeks of doing research on healthy hair care. I just couldn't take it no more. I'm like, something not right. Like, I have curly hair. I know I have curly hair. Like, I've seen pictures from my childhood. I know I have curly hair. Why doesn't my hair look like that anymore? Now, my light bulb just randomly went off one day, you guys, and I just thought about it like, I have to cut it off. I have to cut all of this off. In order for my hair to be thick and curly and healthy and shiny and bouncy, I have to cut this damage off. That's the only way, because my roots are thick. So why is my hair so thin and wavy and fragile looking and dry and not holding any moisture? It was one of those things that was so obvious, but I did not know for a long time that my hair was damaged. I literally thought that my hair, I'll insert some pictures for you guys so you can see what I'm talking about. My hair was so damaged and straggly and short, like it was just breaking off dramatically, you guys. And then once I did the big chop and cut it all off, I had very short hair. It was an extremely short haircut, like up to my ears. Like, it was like I barely could put it in a ponytail. But then at that moment, I knew I did not want to use any heat anymore, and that's when I threw out the flat irons and everything. And that was it. I just stopped using heat and I focused on getting my hair back on track to be healthy. You guys have been thinking about doing a big chop and you're scared to do it. I am here to tell you that it is so worth it, and you will love yourself. You're going to be so happy that you cut off all that damage and let that damage go. I'm telling you. Speaking of big chop, this actually leads me into tip number 3. And tip number 3 is no chemicals, no dyes, no perms. No chemicals, no dyes, and no perms. You can dye your hair and still maintain a healthy hair process. You know what I mean? I feel like if you dye your hair, whatever you're gonna do on a healthy hair journey, you need to do that ×2 if you have color treated hair. If you deep condition once a week, you need to deep condition twice a week if you have color treated hair. If you cut your ends every other month, you need to cut your ends maybe every 6 weeks if you have color treated hair. And this is just hypothetically. I'm not saying do this. I'm just saying whatever you do, you need to do it ×2 if you have colored hair. And I used to dye my hair all the time, you guys. Like, I used to even do rinses whenever I didn't dye my hair. I didn't dye my hair brown, like a light brown, like an ashy brown, copper, red. I dyed it jet black before to go back to my color. Heat damage is like an onset damage, and colors, dyes, and stuff like that is like a slow damage. Tip number 4, moisturize your hair while damp. So the reason why you always want to moisturize your hair while it's wet or damp is because of a few reasons. One reason is because when your hair is wet, the hair follicles on the hair shaft actually open up. When your hair follicles on your hair shaft is open, it's going to allow more moisture into your hair. So that means once you apply product, it's going to actually allow that product to penetrate the hair shaft. Now, if your hair is dry and brittle, you just throw some oil on top of your hair, that's going to do little to nothing to your hair. It's just going to make it look shiny, and then you're going to wake up the next day like, I just put oil in my hair. My hair is always so dry. That's because the oil was never really in your hair. It was sitting on the surface of your hair, coating the hair. It's not really penetrating inside the hair. You want to moisturize your hair from inside out. So the way to do that really is to damp your hair and to apply product onto wet hair. So once it dries, it's super shiny and fluffy. And that's kind of how you get shinier hair too. It's by applying product on top of wet hair. And then that product is also going to lock in water. So you're just gonna have extremely moisturized, bouncy, shiny hair. Tip number 5, to make sure you're cleansing your hair. Your hair grows from the scalp, okay? You want your scalp to be clean because that's where the hair is growing from. So if your scalp is oily and dirty, all that's happening is you're clogging the pores on your scalp, and that's going to stop or slow hair growth. So you want to always make sure you have a super clean scalp, and you can apply oils to your scalps like after you wash your hair, because I know some shampoos are very drying. Oh yeah, that's another point I want to point out to you guys. This is still a part of tip number 5. For whatever shampoo or conditioner that you're using, or any products that you're using, is sulfate free, paraben free. Sulfate is a cleaning agent. It's meant to cleanse, you know, so they put it inside of detergents and soaps. You don't want to put something like that on your hair, especially for curly textured hair. We need the most moisture we can get, so make sure you guys are using sulfate free shampoos and conditioners. And also, when I wash my hair, I make sure I mainly focus on my scalp. So I just go ahead and put the shampoo on my scalp and massage my scalp, but I don't really focus too much on the ends of my hair because your ends is the oldest part of your hair, so that means it is the driest. So what I usually do is after I rub the shampoo onto my scalp, I never rub it all throughout my hair like this. And then when I rinse my hair in the water, I'll put my hair back and then just let the water rinse the shampoo down my hair. Only time I'll probably lather shampoo on my hair is if my hair is extremely dirty from just like overuse of products, or I just haven't washed my hair in like 2 weeks because I've been busy or whatever. But I don't just take it and lather it. If that is the case, I'll just take the shampoo and like run it down my hair just like this and rinse it out. Tip number 6, deep conditioning your hair and moisturizing treatments. So when I deep condition my hair, I usually deep condition once to twice a week. Take out a day for yourself, like a little spa day where you do a face mask, you shave your legs and your whole body, or wax or nair, whatever you do, and then you go ahead and get you a cup of wine and put your deep conditioner on your head. What I do when I deep condition, I just put the deep conditioner on my hair while my hair is damp, and I usually like to deep condition after I wash my hair. I like to deep condition on clean hair. I just feel like that makes more sense to me. I know a lot of people like to deep condition first and then wash their hair, but I think that's kind of backwards. Like, I want the last step to be moisture. So that's why I deep condition after I shampoo my hair. And I put it in a ponytail at the top of my head. And I always usually like to deep condition when I have to clean my house, because you're moving around, so you're getting hot, so you're going to create a lot of heat inside that bag. So it's just going to open up those hair follicles and let that moisture in and get the best penetrating deep conditioning without the blow dryer. And I leave it on for about an hour, maybe 45 minutes if I don't want to leave it on that long. As far as treatments go, there's all type of little treatments you could do, like moisturizing treatments and stuff like that. There was a natural treatment I've been doing recently, and this is just going to be a little quick update on it because I know I promised you guys an update video on the Chebe powder. I was using it for a good month, like literally once a week for like 4 weeks. I stopped using it because it is very like messy, and you just have to take time out to do it, you know, and it was just one of those things where I'm lazy. But I honestly feel like the Chebe powder routine did work. After the first use, I noticed my hair was softer. So I'm like, okay, let me try it once a week for the next 3 weeks and see if I see legit results. And I already showed you guys in the beginning the length of my hair. I'll show you guys again. It definitely did grow, but I feel like my hair is going to grow regardless. The Chebe powder actually did maintain a lot of my growth. Actually, my breakage has reduced a lot. Like, my hair used to break a lot. I will give Chebe powder a chance again, but I just can't keep using it. It's just messy, you guys. Tip number 7. Tip number 7 is something that's very important, but a lot of people seem to ignore this tip. Gentle hair care. Be gentle when caring for your hair, you guys. This is one thing I'm still working on. You know, it's hard to be gentle with your hair when literally everything you do is low-key damaging. If your ponytail is too tight, that could break off your hair. If you have a sew-in and your braids are too tight, that can break off your hair. Like, I just had braids recently, and when I took them out, and the girl didn't even braid my hair that tight. My hair still came out a lot when I took the braids out. Like, it's like no matter what you do with your hair, you're going to have some breakage. So just be very mindful of when you're combing your hair, especially. I know sometimes when I'm rushing, I just want to like take the comb and like rip through my hair, but I always have to keep in mind, like, no, you have to start from the bottom and make your way up. You don't want to hate yourself later for having so much breakage, you know. This tip kind of also leads me into tip number 8, because I actually get a lot of questions about this tip, and this tip is sleeping with your bonnet on, or how do I sleep at night, or whatever. I don't know about you, but I'm a wild sleeper. Whenever I actually put my bonnet on, I'll wake up in the morning and it's like off the bed, at the end of the bed, or just missing. Cotton is very drying, and most of our sheets and pillowcases are cotton, and cotton is literally made to absorb moisture. What I like to do at night to maintain my curls when I have a big curly fro going on, I like to basically take my hair and put it up, and these are the ponytail holders I've been using lately. There's no metal piece on it, so to me that's very helpful. And I guess I could go back to tip number 7 when I say be careful with your hair and be gentle with your hair. Make sure you're not using ponytail holders with metal clips and stuff. And what I'll do is just take my hair, and my hair is wet right now. I wanted it to be wet for this video so you guys could see like the real length of it when I wanted to give you the Chebe update. So I like to take it. It's so wet right now, so it's just like pointless to show you. But usually it's big and curly. So what I'll do is take it and put it in a pineapple. Like I'll just take my hair and like I'll wrap it once or twice depending on how big my hair is at the time. But I'll just put it in a ponytail at the top of my head, just let my curls sit in the front of my face, and then put my bonnet on. That way I can maintain my curls for the next day, or at least for a few days. I never get a full week out of my wash and go. I don't know how people do it, but I get about 3-4 good days, and then I go to my buns until wash day again. I don't know, sometimes I'm just lazy. I'm not gonna even lie to you, and I just go to bed, but I hate myself in the morning because my hair is like dry and like a bird's nest when I wake up in the morning, and then I regret it so bad because when I go to detangle, it is a process, and then I have extreme breakage. Then I'm like, damn, I should have just put a bonnet on. You need to know this in order to have a healthy hair journey. Number 9 is to find a routine and stick to it. When I was starting my healthy hair journey, I was trying out so many different products, so many different oils, looking at so many different healthy hair videos and different girls on YouTube who has super beautiful healthy hair, and I noticed people were making it clear like that's what worked for them. But all of us does not have the same hair texture. Even if it looks like you may have the same hair texture as someone else, everyone has different porosity levels, different ways their hair expands when it's wet or when it's dry. Everyone's hair is different, but you need to find a routine and stick to it. Find products that work for your hair, a method that works for you. Some people like to apply oils first and then their conditioners or their creams. Some people like to apply their creams and conditioners first and then oil on top. Some people love coconut oil, some people hate coconut oil. It just all depends on what works for your hair and what works for you. Because me, I love coconut oil. Some people say coconut oil is a sealant, and some people say coconut oil is a moisturizer. I don't care what nobody say. For me, coconut oil moisturizes my hair. I don't know why, but when I apply coconut oil to my hair, it's like my hair just loves it. Like it gets so soft. It's like my curls just shrink up. That's another thing, you guys. When your curls shrink up, if you have shrinkage, that's a good sign. I know we all hate shrinkage, but shrinkage is a sign of healthy hair. Everybody's shrinkage is different. If your hair doesn't like get a little shorter once it's moisturized, it may be damaged, you guys. That's just a sign of damage, you know. I don't have like a ton of shrinkage, but my hair is definitely, it has stretch. When I pull it, it's like super long, and then when I let it go, it's gonna eventually shrink back up to like hair-ish. So tip number 10. Tip number 10 is your diet. Now this step is clearly very important because how your hair grows and the healthier hair really boils down to your diet as well. If you drink a lot of sodas or you drink a lot of juice and you're not drinking a lot of water and your eating habits are just horrible, like you eat a lot of fast food, and I'm not gonna sit here and act like I don't, because I definitely do not eat super healthy, but I do eat everything I'm supposed to eat. So in the midst of my bad eating habits, I'm always eating fruits and vegetables. I'm always drinking water. Like I literally drink water all day, you guys. And you know, people say you are what you eat, so what you're putting in your body is going to show on the outside of your body. So your skin, hair, and nails are all going to be a reflection of your actual diet. You guys can also take supplements if you want to. There's so many different kind of supplements you could take. These are some hair, skin, and nail vitamins that I really love, and this is by Royal Life. They're Inner You hair, skin, and nails hair supplements. It's infused with organic amla and ashwagandha, and I hope I'm saying that right, but I know that amla is very good for you. It comes from India, and I used to actually use an oil, like an amla oil, and that's really good for your hair, you guys. Like, I love amla oil. I'm gonna order some more. I haven't tried amla oil in a while. It has all your vitamins that you need and biotin, you guys, and biotin is super good for your hair strength and your hair health. This is also good for a healthy heart function. Another plus about this, it basically helps reduce your physical and your emotional and mental stress, and it fights fatigue. So this is going to help you feel more rejuvenated. It's going to make you feel more woken up or more better. You know that sluggish, lazy feeling you get sometimes? These vitamins are just overall good for you. It's going to fight that feeling. And basically all you do is just take 2 capsules a day. And this is what the capsule look like. I'll show you guys up close. It's actually not that big, and you just take it with some water, and make sure you guys are drinking water all day, because this does have biotin in it, and I know biotin is known to make certain people break out. Not everyone breaks out from biotin, but the thing is, those people are probably breaking out because they're not drinking water. And I will have a link in the description box below for you guys to where you can purchase some of these Inner You hair, skin, and nail vitamins from Royal Life. So those are my top 10 healthy hair tips. But thanks so much for watching, you guys. I appreciate you tuning in. Talk to me in the comments down below. I always respond to my messages. I'll also put a link in the description box to my Chebe video if you guys have not watched it. That's what I basically was talking to you about when I was talking about the treatments. So make sure you tune in on that video as well. Give me a thumbs up, like, subscribe, comment, share, all of that good stuff. Comment down below any other videos you guys want me to do as well, because sometimes I run out of video ideas. So let me know what y'all want to see. And is that all? Oh yeah, follow me on Instagram. Thank you for watching. Mwah.